Here we are in the Bella Concert Hall now, Mark. This is an amazing, spectacular space. For people who've never been here yet, if there are some of you out there, tell us a little bit about this space.
Well, I think you captured it right there, Erin. This place is absolutely spectacular. The acoustics are amazing. The architects, who are from Los Angeles, they had a phenomenal amount of experience designing first-rate concert halls. And so when they came in, they actually hadn't been to Calgary before.
Really?
Yeah, so they were new to the region. They decided to do a little bit of a road trip, and they experienced a lot of very stereotypical Alberta moments, I think. Yeah.
And you see some of those in the design.
Absolutely. As you can tell, just from the size of the space, it was emulating the barns that we see on our Great Plains. They came in the fall, and so the fall colors were really extraordinarily vibrant, and so you can see that in the red, the darker hues.
Right.
We've got rosewood going all the way around, which is a beautiful addition. And also, even in the seats, of course, Calgarians are very proud of our proximity to the mountains, and so the glacial lakes are very wonderfully represented here in the backs of the seats.
Wow, it's unbelievable they put that much thought into the design. Even tell us a little bit about the ceiling here. That's pretty darn cool.
Of course, our provincial flower, the Alberta rose. So if you can, I don't know if the camera can go up there, but
we'll get a shot of that for sure.
Any of our patrons, when they come in, they always notice that's one of the first things is the beautiful representation of the Alberta rose. That's our sound panel that is part of the acoustic design of the hall.
Unbelievable. What about the lights?
Well, the lights, they evoke a lot of different images for people. So I guess it really depends maybe what you just had for breakfast. Some people think it looks like a honeycomb.
I do, yeah.
Some people think it looks like an acorn. And it also evokes the lanterns from barn festivities in the olden days. So.
Amazing. I love it so much. When we talk about the acoustics and all the things that make a concert hall great, how much can you tell us about how they created this amazing sound that we hear? Well, even I sound amazing. That's something.
We can hear your voice reverberate. I think this kind of hall is meant to showcase wonderful acoustics. It's a modern concert hall, so we have great technology behind the stage as well, so we can handle production shows. The actual design is cantered to point inward as opposed to typically it will flare outwards in a theater design. That also has a great effect on the length that a note will reverberate in the hall.
Wow.
And we can control it a little bit because there are panels along the sides of the hall that will minimize the sound. So we can really tailor it to the act.
How many people can we fit in here to enjoy some great music?
The full hall, including the choir loft, will seat 773.
Wow, that's awesome. Now, what's the feedback been like from some of the world-class musicians that have already played the space? Well,
they have just been beside themselves, quite frankly. They absolutely love performing in here. Choirs and vocalists especially love the natural acoustic. Chamber music, it really resonates wonderfully in here. Orchestras have performed in here. It's really been nothing but positive feedback. Awesome, Mark. And now that we have it here in our city at Mount Royal University, we have to let more people know about some of the great acts that are coming, and there are some amazing musicians that are going to be gracing this place in the next little while. Absolutely. I think we worked really hard as a Mount Royal community team to present a concert series that I think, quite frankly, everyone in the city should have something of interest for them. Everything from something called a family portrait series, which is for young families and young audiences, to production shows. Next week we've got Ziggy Marley coming in. We've got alumni from Mount Royal, the great Jan Lasecki, who's a wonderful pianist. We've got Wu Man, who's a member of Yo-Yo Ma's famous Silk Road Ensemble. We've got something called Journey Live, and this is a multimedia presentation, which is the live soundtrack to the famous Journey video game, and many things in between. So we would encourage people to come to the Mount Royal Conservatory website and check out the show for them. Wow, there's even an astronaut going to be here, if you can believe it. So that's pretty exciting stuff. Mark, thanks so much for having us. Thanks very much, Erin. You're very welcome. We're going to be back for more. We're going to tell you more about some of the great musicians you can see coming up a little later in the show. So stay with us. This is Go on Shaw TV.